Welcome, everybody. So, we're just going to get started for this week's meditation. Welcome in. So, we have a new format this week where we are in this space, we're in this Zoom space. And thank you for everyone who's holding this space here. It's really nice to see some of you could make it here because I really do feel that when we're in this space together, we are creating it and holding it so that those who can't make the live, they can come into this space. So come in, get comfy. And I'm also streaming through the subscription space. So we have it happening over here and it happening here. And we're going to begin. So get nice and comfortable. And let me just tell you what's going to be happening during this next 60 minutes. So we will be firstly just coming into our own space to drop in to see how we're feeling today, because that's most important, is becoming aware of our surroundings, our environment, our inner world, and going through the layers of our being to find that sweet spot. And today's theme is body as a refuge. So this practice that I've created is about finding that space within us so that we can come back to it again and again, not just only when there's chaos in the world or when things don't seem to be going right or all of the other stuff that is happening in this human existence, but moments when we can come because we choose to, because we're coming to build that relationship with our body. So thank you for being here. And for everyone who's in the Zoom, if you want to come a little bit earlier, like if you come on the 1 p.m., it's 1 p.m. my time. If you come on the hour, then we open up before and just say hi and get to know the space. I'm not going to do that right now because we're streaming also through the Instagram space, and I just want to keep that part of our time off of the recording. So we will go at the end as well. I'll turn off the recording and we'll have space to share there as well. So are we ready to drop in? Start to notice your breath. That is going to be our anchor for today. Start to notice the rhythm of your breath. Very simple. It's going to tell us a lot, not only of how the breath moves, but also what comes up in the mind, what is happening in our inner world. And we'll start to notice the space that we're in. So the first layer is noticing the environment that we're in. We find a position that feels as comfortable as it can in this moment. So this is the time to make adjustments. Find a position that feels as comfortable, as cozy as you can. And honestly, for you today, you might be surrounded by things. Things might be happening outside your room. There might be noise. Maybe you're walking. But yeah, things might be happening. You might have the luxury of being in complete peace. Congratulations. Even myself, I don't have that complete peace. I can hear noises outside. My door is playing. Sometimes she doesn't get what she wants. So I'm also noticing sensations that come up as I can hear in the outside world. So what we're practicing initially is not forcing it out and saying that doesn't exist. We're becoming aware of what is present in our reality. And these are the stepping stones for being able to be fully present through all our senses, moment to moment. So what is happening in your environment? You might be able to notice how that makes you feel. You might even hear the mind speaking. And maybe then you can pull yourself in and just feel inside your body in sensation what your environment brings up for you, because there's the primary relationship with your external world. And you can have ideas, you can have thoughts pass through of how you relate to that. And if we go a layer beneath that, we can feel. So I can feel a sensation in this part of my body, just below my diaphragm, and possibly because there's many reasons. I could have ideas why that is, but I know that this sensation is here right now, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to say thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to show up. Because if I didn't see that, there might be a reason why I don't show up today. It might push me in a different direction, but I'm choosing to show up, and I'm honoring that the sensation is with me in my diaphragm area. Now, as you become more aware of your environment and your relationship to it, you might want to adjust your position. You might feel like today you want to lay down or curl up on your side, or you might want to lean back against something. So we're starting to honor the body, listen, and adjust as necessary. There's no perfect posture here, only an invitation to arrive and gently dance with your body to find that position that feels sweet, as sweet as it can do today. And we're noticing the space around us, the room that we're in, or the environment if you're outside, the lighting, the sounds, the temperature, any smells that are in the space. And the ground beneath you, holding you in this moment. And with each noticing, with each breath, we're arriving slowly. No force. We're not trying to get to a point of anything, really. We're just arriving. Curiosity. If it feels good for you, let the eyes close. You do not have to close your eyes. You do not have to do anything. Because coming back to our body is a practice. And for so many of us, there's a reason why we're pulled out of our body. There's a reason why our senses have closed down. And it's by no fault of our own. It could be through past generations. It could be through our own experiences. It could be what's happening in this present moment. But all that we need to do today is notice. Do the eyes want to gently rest on something? Maybe you have a candle. Maybe there's a point in front of you. Do the eyes want to close and find a space within? So let's just notice what is happening there. So we're going through the layers right now. So now we'll go to the breath. Noticing the nature of your breath, the qualities. So it might be that your breath is flowing at what you would say is a nice steady rhythm. You might notice the inhale breath reach only to the shoulders, or it stops at the sternum, the space, this bone that's protecting your heart. You might feel it drop deep down into your belly or your pelvis, or maybe even down to your feet. You might feel that full body breath. And as you become aware of it and you intentionally welcome the breath in, can you observe where the breath reaches, where it expands on the inhale, and where on the exhale relaxes and releases? The breath is such a beautiful gift because it happens naturally, unconsciously. The breath is always bringing this life force and always releasing what we no longer need. There's that constant cycle happening whether we're aware of it or not. Another beautiful thing about the breath is we can consciously move it around our body, so it can become a deep practice. As we go deeper into this breathwork practice, moving through the layer of the breath, just check in with the back of the body, because it's a part of us that we can sometimes miss. So noticing the breath filter through the back of the body and the sides too, up towards the armpits and the inner thighs, these places that we might miss in between the fingers and the toes. Now, imagining the next inhale, or feeling, noticing the inhale traveling in through the crown of the head, all the way down the spine, down to the tailbone. And as you exhale, the exhale draws the breath from the tailbone, along the spine, back of the neck, out through the crown of the head. So let's follow that breath in through the crown of the head, down past the stomach, down to the tailbone. Hold at the base of the spine for a moment before the breath is released. And maybe you can feel the muscles supporting that upward movement of the breath out, up, out of the crown of the head. Pausing for a moment before taking the next inhale. And if for some reason your breath does not reach the tailbone, just notice. Again, this is a practice of not forcing today. How much can you notice? So let's take that breath 3 times at our own pace. Feeling that pause before the breath releases and before it's welcomed again. Nice. Release the action of moving the breath and let it come back to its natural rhythm. You can feel that inhale breath slowly moving to all parts of your body, from the feet, the legs, the pelvis, the stomach, the ribs, the arms, the neck, the head. And how the exhale brings that softness. And you might feel movements of energy as there's been a release in some areas. My body wants to sway right now, so honor that. This is not a strict practice on you have to stay still. This is a dance and a curiosity. Now another layer we're going to pass through is the movement in the mind. So as I say that, your awareness might naturally flow towards your head, or it might not. Is there any movements in the mind right now? Just start to listen, whether it's planning or distraction or judgment, resistance, excitement or curiosity. Maybe it's, why did you bring me back into my mind after I've just got into my body? But we're not seeing the mind as something that is a problem, only to notice what the patterns are, the vibrations of the mind, the quality of it right now. Because the mind might pull us backwards and forwards, out of the body, into the body. And we don't need to fight it, because the mind is also trying to support us in some way. So if it pulls us out during this practice today and we find ourselves thinking about something else, say thank you and slowly bring yourself back into your body. Come to feel. And so each time we're gently returning, because naturally waves of the mind may come. And this is a practice of noticing and coming back with each breath. This return is the practice. So here, practice coming back again and again. Now, the deep breath in is going to bring us into this full body breath like we practiced at the beginning. And now to sensations beyond the mind. So you might have thoughts come through. Go to the next layer, the sensation. Is there anywhere in your body right now that is calling out to you more than any other place? And I'm going to use some words, but you're going to feel the sensation. So you can see how words are used as a tool to communicate to other human beings. But within ourselves, we don't need the language because we can feel. So let us feel right now. Okay. So let us go in and notice where there is any sensations that feel alive. And it might be a warmth or a tingling or a tightness. It might feel heavy. It might feel soft. It might feel spacious. So let us notice if there's anywhere inside of you that calls out than any other place inside of your body. Keep going to that sensation. And instead of trying to change it, notice how you can bring your loving awareness with curiosity. And for some of us, that might be a noticing of the breath surrounding this area, like holding it. It might be a color that surrounds it. To say, I'm here. Stay. Let me feel you. Let me notice you. Let me witness you. And you don't need to know why it's there. You might have thoughts or images come through that are not random. They'll be linked to the spot. And still we stay. And how does it feel to say thank you to this space? Thank you for sitting with me today. You can stay. And it might just gently want that witnessing. It might ask for some movement because you might notice, well, actually, I've crunched into that space to protect it. What would it feel like to open and lift? I feel a warmth moving from my liver area up to my heart right now. And it feels like waves. The warmth is definitely shifted, it's definitely moving in the presence. So let's sit with that sensation wherever it is in the body for the next few breaths. No rush, just curious. And if it's too much to just stay with it, try moving with it, dancing with the breath. And if it becomes painful or just very, very uncomfortable, this is another practice where you get to choose. You can use your awareness, you can use your breath to move to different parts of the body, even surrounding your body, being aware of the energies holding your body. So you can become aware of that. Take a wider view of yourself as you're being curious to the space. And if anything comes up, you might want to ask in this moment before we go to the next layer, is there anything that wants to be heard today? Is there emotion that wants a label with you, within you? What is present in this moment? You might be able to give this sensation a label. I'm feeling calm, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling whatever it is. You might be able to catch a word. This is the start of communicating with your body. And that word may be accurate and it may be not. But listen, because it will become clearer the more that you do this. Now, to give thanks to our body as you're listening, what does your body want to experience right now to honor this relationship that you're creating? Is it simply the presence and the love and the curiosity, and that's bringing this calmness through you? Or does your body want to be touched? It could be energetically, where your hands are away from your body and you're tracing the energy field of your body or this place in particular, slowly, curiously. It might be that your body wants gentle touch, stroking, to feel held. It might be that it wants firm touch, squeezes, or maybe a hug, maybe a fold, maybe a bit of everything. So give your body what it's asking for in this moment. And we'll take the next 5 breaths to fully honor this relationship that we're building with our body. It might also be stillness, or you might get to that point. So take this time. We're going into the next layer now, the center of our practice, finding this sanctuary inside of us. Now, ask the question, where can I rest? Where is my sanctuary within me? Where is my refuge? See where calls you in your body. It might be a quiet little place in the heart. It might be in the palms of the hands. It might be at the back of the body, maybe towards the surface of the skin, or deeper, sat within one of your organs, or in some muscle or tendon, a joint. Where is calling you right now? A place that you can place your awareness. And all of us have different levels of capacity to visualize or to keep our focus, and we can build this. We can develop on this skill. Today, it might be that you need your hand to be placed there so that you can stay connected to the spot. It might be that your breath can anchor you in that place. If you can't find a place, choose one today. Will it be your heart? Will it be your hands? Will it be your whole body? And if you can visualize, see what you can see in this place. Place that feels like home. And home, a word being to use a safe space. I know a lot of us have a different connection to the word home. So let's just say a place where you can feel safe, where you feel seen, where time slows down and you can pause. You might see yourself in nature. Nature might be manifesting within you. It might be a place you've been before. So you might have visuals of this place if it's nighttime or daytime. There might be a fire there. Just come to notice that place and look around, become familiar with it, whether it's what you see or what you feel. And if you're visualizing, remember to also feel, because we want to find this place moment to moment in our day. Colors, textures, sounds, the feeling within the air, any smells. And say yes to resting there for a moment in this space. Let yourself melt into it. And here you are held. You are remembering your place in this web of life. You're returning to your heart's path, recharging, replenishing, nourishing. Let your breath be deep so you can fully emerge with this space. And this space is here when you need a refuge, and it's here all of the time, not just in the moments of chaos or pain, also in the quiet moments when you're doing your daily tasks, just making time to strengthen your relationship with this space. So, in the moments that you really need that refuge, you can come back. You can feel yourself safe in the space. You can feel yourself replenishing. You can feel yourself returning. And as we breathe and we rest in this space, receive these words. And if you can, repeat out loud with a whisper or say in your mind, I am here. I am listening. I do not need to force this moment. I can meet myself gently. I am held. I am loved. Now, in this space, we'll go on to our next practice, which is the release of anything that is no longer serving us. We do this practice every week. What in your life is depleting your life force? What in your life has finished its cycle and is ready to be alchemized? This could be a thought, a habit, a relationship, something that feels forced. Notice what comes up. You don't need the exact answer right now. And again, it might be a feeling. And you might find yourself releasing and lifting the hook from your body and placing it down and letting it return to the earth, not even needing to know what it is. But in the unhooking and the release, you find an openness, you find a softness, a part of you returns. What is it that wants to be released? Lay it down, unhook, give it back to the earth. Next breath in brings you back into your sanctuary. And we're calling in. With this space made, what is it that you're calling in? It might be a quality within yourself. I'm calling in courage, I am calling in this fire, passion. I am calling in calmness. What is it that you're calling in? It might be something that you need to support you right now. It might be more rest, more clarity in a certain area. It might be presence and focus to continue on this heart path. With each breath, call them in and feel that quality of whatever it is that you're welcoming into your life. Feel it enter in your body and moving through you, emerging with you as you receive what you know that you need in this moment. Deep breath in. Notice the sensation of the quality of the energy moving through you right now compared to when you began. Feel yourself in this present moment. Notice the sounds in your environment. Allow your body to start to move, your breath to deepen, your arms to explore and stretch. When it feels good, you can let your eyes gently open to take a look around and notice how it feels to exist in your body right now. And at the end of every practice, we see how we can bring what we have connected to through our week. So this week, try to make these moments where you are coming back to the sanctuary and build up this relationship with that place inside of you. Moment to moment before you sleep is a good one. As soon as you wake up is an incredible practice. If you do have meditation practices, build this in. If you're washing the dishes or going for a walk, just moments, small moments of coming back to that place. And if things become imbalanced in your life this week, which I mean, for me, it's definitely at least once a day, but finding that moment where you can breathe and get back to that place, find yourself in that space, breath, find your inner refuge, be replenished, really creating this relationship within your body. Because this is one of the, I feel, most important practices in a world that has moved us to disconnect so far from our physical body, to have our awareness always outside of us, always absorbing information from the outside world, the threats, the fears. And as we talk about all the time here, it's the disconnect from our body, from one another, from the land, from our history, that pulse, that web of life that we are actually always belonging to, but we can forget or feel disconnected sometimes. So this practice reminds us, because in that space, then we also get the visions, we also get the insights on the next step forward. We get out of the thinking mind and we get into this the quality of being a visionary and an alchemist, and all of them beautiful qualities that the systems have tried to suppress for thousands of years. And we come back to that. And so you can share this with your friends. Just ask them, what does that place look like? Be curious with the people that are around you. And this practice will ripple out, and it will also give you breathing space for if things do come up and you just feel like you're getting caught up in it, or don't feel like there's any clarity or direction and it feels heavy. So this space can get you there, get you some space to breathe and to feel and be connected to that as well. So there's another practice that I'd like you to do, because what I'm also hoping to do in these practices every week is help us to reweave back to this web of life consciously. So we know that we're there, we can feel the pulse. So reflect on someone who has made you feel safe. This person may be alive today, they might have died. Somebody in your life, and if you can't find somebody, maybe there's an animal or maybe there's a place that you can connect to. But someone that's you felt really has really seen you, and it might be one moment, it might be the whole relationship. It might be family, a friend, a teacher. It might be during a meditation when something's come through, but where you felt seen, witnessed, and remembering how your body felt around them. What qualities did they carry when they were holding you? What did they do that helped you to feel safe and to feel loved in that moment? And once you've tuned into it, once you've sat with that, maybe you want to write down something that feels like words that can express how you feel, your gratitude. So you might be writing, you might be speaking out loud, you might just be feeling it in your body. You might be able to send this letter to them or a message. Maybe if they've passed on, same, you can still write it, you can burn it, you can place it in the earth. A way to connect. And obviously, language and writing is one aspect of how we can communicate with one another. So we don't have to use that. We can use any of our abilities to communicate as to another being. It doesn't just have to be words. So you might feel not so connected to like reaching out to this person and telling them. So feel it and just remember that moment, that precious moment where you felt seen and you felt held. Oh, I was about to drink my candle. There we go. So I'll write this in the email, or I'll write it in also underneath this video on Instagram once we finish, so you can remember these points. After this practice, please make time for yourself to ground down. So we've been on the screen, we've been in this space, which is one thing, having the technology with us, but this is how we're doing it because this is what's available for us right now. And also just being in the deep presence with ourselves, slowly bridging the gap to the rhythm of life around us. Because for some of us, especially if we've experienced any kinds of trauma where we're usually spending our life out of our body, then being in our body for so long and feeling can bring up quite a lot. It can create this huge gap and different sensations can come up. So to bridge this gap back into our environment, back into our rhythm, go find a place in nature or visualize it, but with your eyes open, and start to feel, start to smell, start to feel supported by the earth beneath you. Walk, move your body, and start to experience the world around you gently. A really good one is to take a drink of water and feel the water going in, let that ground you. These simple practices that can bring you back. And also notice after this practice today, you might feel amazing, and then you might notice a flood of thoughts coming in, or you might notice like your distraction techniques that you use have amplified. So just notice, because this happens very often too, and it's just because of it's also what I mentioned before, that presence within the body and the mind feeling like we've left it behind. So we're kind of trying to integrate and letting the body and the mind know that, you know, we are doing this gently. There's no force. We're not pushing anyone out. We're trying to become more present to what is happening and receive the wisdom from within. So what we're going to do now is end this recording, and I'm going to head over into the Zoom live, where we have some beautiful women in there who have been holding this space with us in the Zoom live. And in that space, we're going to see what came up and share, witness, hold one another in that space. In the Instagram, so it's the first time we've done Instagram live with this. So I'm going to end this recording here. I'm going to upload it to the subscription space, and then underneath you can share anything that came through. So that will be for us to just hold each other in that way. But if you're interested, you can come over to the Zoom. You can find in my bio the link which says Thursday Meditations, and you can come and join us in that space. Okay, so thank you so much to everybody who's been in the Instagram live. I'm going to leave now. Thank you so much, Instagram Live, and everybody who's been in the Zoom space. Thank you. I am going to end this recording now and see you next week. But everyone who's here, just hold on and we'll have a little chat. Thank you so much.